Hello everyone, my name is Longley. Welcome back to my channel. Today it is another episode of the market update. We are going to looking at active listing and listing under contract to see what are the difference between the two and to see how you could interact with the current real estate market. So let's just dive right into the to the show today. Thank you so much everyone. My name is Longley. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are again going to look at a couple real estate market updates for you. Specifically, again, we are going to looking at the comparison between the number of active listing versus the number of under contract listings, so that you know what's going on the market at this time. All right, so let's go into first the active listing, and then we're gonna be able to find out the situation. Let me share my screen with you. And all of these, again, information are collected by the Comfort Market Index, which is a very reliable real estate resource data company, compile all the data that I share with you today. This is the active weekly count, and as you see here, oh wait, this is not the one that I want to show first. Okay, so this is the one that I want to show you right now. If you focus specifically on the pink line, you're gonna see the slightly increase of the active listing, the number of active listing week by week, right? And 2021 is actually the pink line, all right? If you see, is actually the lowest of every other when you compare to other 4 years, 2018, 19, 20, and 17, right? So this is the lowest. However, though, if you see recently, every single week we have a slightly increased number of active listing. Now this news you may already hear somewhere, right? Now one thing that I want to emphasize, two things actually. One is that the change is not that much difference. Okay, so if you come to like the week 35, right, the active listing is 6,792. Now week of 34, 6,709. So the change is pretty much like 80 or 70 active listing coming. The net new listing is about 80 or 90 houses for the entire Maricopa County, for the entire price range. Okay, so that is number one. It's easy to recognize that the change here is not a high slope. It doesn't have a high slope. That means it slowly increases. Now the other thing is maybe it may be a little bit more challenging to find out is that you don't see if we change the requirement to only from 300 to 800. First of all, you see right here, it's actually beat the number of active listing in 2020 already, right? And then the slope is obviously higher than it is at a steeper level compared to if we include all the price range in the area. In the other hand, if you're looking at all the other price range and exclude $300,000 to $800,000 home, you're gonna see the situation that it is almost a flat line. It is almost a flat line. Why, you may ask? I'm gonna present the reason why after I show you the next wrap right here. So the next wrap is the listing under contract. The listing under contract. Okay, you also see that we also have a big jump. The red line is the 2021. It's also a big jump for the listing under contract as well. Now this is a steep, the slope right here. It is moving from 10,000 to almost 11,330 listing under contract this time right here already. Okay, so so this is a big jump. Now do the similar thing. Okay, do the similar thing. If you only looking at the 300 to $800,000 home, 300 $800,000 home, you're gonna see it's moving very steep, right? And it's actually already beat the 2019 and 2020 number of listing under contract already. already. On the other hand, if you are looking at not from 300 to 800, they're actually performing under first of all, under 2019 and 2020, as well as it has, for the last couple of weeks, it has a almost constant number of listings under contract. So for every other house that is less than 300 or more than 800, there's pretty much not a lot of buyer. Now, why? Okay, that's come up to the situation that right now, the iBuyer company at the most active groups of buyer on the market. We are talking about Opendoor, Zillow, OfferPath, Redfin, Knock, and all other local iBuyer on the market too. They are the most active groups of buyers on the market right now. And guess what? And guess what the price range they are looking for? 300 to 800, right? They're not buying anything less than 300 because they are too small, too much work. They're not buying anything more than 800 because it's too expensive for them. It's outside of their buy box. Okay, so that is the reason why not only just the listing under contract is way more for the $300,000 to $800,000 home, but it's also encourage a lot of sellers right now to take advantage of using the iBuyer, and therefore they're putting their home onto the market a little bit more confident about that. Okay, so that is the main reason. The iBuyer, I believe, the iBuyer is the main source of driving $300,000 to $800,000 home, having a faster pace compared to other price range. So those are the information that I want to share with you. The very last information that I want to share with you in this video is that the Comfort Market Index, and I'm gonna pull it out in just a minute. Right here is a Comfort Market Index right here. So if you have been following me, we have been seeing a lot of red arrow going down, right? For this column, because the market is moving toward the buyer a little bit for the last couple of weeks. However, though, this week we start seeing there are 4 different cities: Avondale, Cave Creek, Fountain Hills, and Scottsdale moving forward the seller. Right? It has a green arrow. Avondale is the #1 city that the seller is still have a lot of benefit in that. Okay, so. If you are the buyer, what does it mean to the buyer? If you are the buyer during this time, you better be hurry. You better locate a property for you before everything gonna come back to the seller market. Now, here's the thing why. A lot of people are expecting for the foreclosure of a big amount of foreclosure that happening soon after the foreclosure I cannot never say that word. After the forbidden to foreclosure on the house is expired, right? But it is not going to be the case because most of them already either pay off the amount of forbearance or they can just sell their house, right? They have plenty of options right now. They also have a lot of iBuyers on the market that wanting to pay for more than the market value, and they can close pretty much within 14 days. So it's not going to be a that's not going to be a big amount of listing, a lot of amount of foreclosed home onto the market. There may be some for those that like already foreclosure before the COVID, right? But it's not going to be anything new. That's not a lot of new foreclosure coming onto the markets. And then obviously you see here, if you are the buyer and if you really want to have a house at this time, this is, I think you have to be hurried before it gets even worse for the buyer in this situation. The seller, behold, your market is coming back. It's never be bad, right? It has been never bad, right? It was not as good as a couple quarters before, but it's still in a really good seller market for you right now. And iBuyer is obviously another option for you to do at this time because they are the one that most actively looking for properties. All right, thank you so much, everyone. If you do have any question about anything that I share with you today or anything else in general about real estate, feel free to contact me. My cell phone is 602-515-2442. Thank you. Bye-bye.